A&W's teammate starting right behind him. The Ferraris might be able to do something with this Aston as it's 5 lights ahead of the drivers. Let's lights out and away we go in Silverstone. Great getaway from Piovana. Moves immediately out to the outside. That's going to give the Ferrari, not A&W, but his teammate. I don't know who it is. Sorry, mate. It's Bali Pepe. And that's a Mercedes in the lead, I think, on my screen at least. But the Aston of Piovana is still hanging in there. That's the Mercedes. Oh, I think it's Sus. Is that Sus? Sus is in P1 when he started P9. He's gone from P9 to P1 in one corner. That's a legendary start from the Mercedes driver. Down the back straight. Let's see if Sus has got DRS. I can't see because nothing's loading. Is my graphics wrong? Yes, my graphics are wrong. Sorry about that. Into the first corner. Apparently it's Cyber, but it's just wrong. He's nowhere near. Sus is pulling such a massive gap. He is on that medium tire compound compared to the rest on the hards. Could be the difference in tire, but he has just pulled quite a lot. He is running about 60 fuel, and the likes Bali Pepe, Piovana, 100. So Sus is running 40 less fuel. That is exactly why we saw that jump on the start. So he's prioritizing maybe a bit more stops, lower fuel, running lower engine modes. So he's not going to be able to keep the straight line speed compared to these guys. As you see, Cyber using the BMW power. Maybe he's got some, I don't know, like VTEC and that shit. He sets the fastest sector. Only about by 1/3 of a tenth. It's not much, but as you can see, this DRS train, Naf is ahead on his screen and powering in front of this Mercedes because he is running lean. Naf's fuel load on 83 compared to Sus's 53, so he's saving quite a lot, and they still have quite a large margin. Evan on 85. So Evan and Naf, Evans does have the fuel advantage. And on my screen, he is in front of these three now, so he is really good through these corners. But as soon as it's getting on the straight, he's just losing a bit because he is being a little bit more conservative with his fuel. So it does just go to show that the hard probably is the better race tire around here. Medium giving a few laps of much better performance, but as it evens out, Evan setting the fastest lap. I think that, no, not that, but last lap was a 16 flat. As we will go on board with the AMW, trying to get past Chris after Chris made the move on him last lap. AMW last lap.
Cyber's out DRS, so he's going to get attacked by the 5 cars behind him.
So now we've pretty much formed two... Oh, what's just happened to my leaderboard? Where's Sus gone? Where's Sus? Oh, he's just gone.
He's kind of crashed.
Oh, wait, he clicked start from pit... Oh.
Oh. Why jump mouse that high?
Or was it... Oh, he accidentally did it? I've never seen that before, I'll be honest with you, bro. I've never seen that. I was so confused. He just like, poof, off my screen. Piovana is playing sort of a long game. He has a lot more fuel on board than lots of these other drivers. Chris is another driver that's carrying a lot more fuel. But I think Evan right now has the highest. I think it's sitting at 76. That's one above Chris. So Evan is maintaining a nice pace. Cyber currently is P1. Now, if Evans fell back, what the hell happened there? Wait, how is Cyber... Leaderboard's fucked there.
No, it's Cyber's internet. It's Cyber's internet.
So Evan will cross the line just in front.
Again, the only one I'm interested is Razor. Because Razor, he started from pits, right? He's very close to the pack.
Wow, I mean, look at that turn. That's great.
Can I get a confirmation from the FIA? Did he start from pits?
I mean, he wasn't on the grid start, so it would make sense if he did.
Yeah. He started from the pits, so that's very interesting. He's very close.
He does have the fastest lap as well, 15.1. And the fastest lap from the leader right now, which is Evan, 15.7. So he was 7/10 faster on his best.
Razor trying to make a move on Bali. They're going side by side round this corner now. He's going to try and get DRS and maybe try and get a move done on Bali. But Bali's using hot lap. So Bali's trying to defend from Razor. And he's also just trying to keep within the pack. And he's going to try and catch up to AMW. Ooh, and that's Naf. Naf goes wide there, and he's lost out about 3 positions, or he's now back down to P6. So unlucky from Naf. I think his mediums are gone, because look at the front tires, 83%. Yep, he's going to the pits. That's nice and sensible from Naf. And he's going to try and maintain that Razor wide. That's ruined it. Commentator curse. Easy dubs. Oh, Evan pits, and AMW is behind as well. So these two are looking for the undercut. Chris and Razor ahead the two Red Bulls. I think two Red Bulls are trying to keep to their own strategies, and they're going to try and extend this a little bit more, maybe to the softs at the end. Razor and Crystal still maintaining their pace of about 12 seconds to AMW and Evan. So they're playing a team game of trading DRs with each other. So hopefully they can maintain that gap to AMW and Evan and don't lose out too much. Ooh, Chris pits. Razor stays out. So Razor, looking at his tires, are still really healthy, 95%, 93%. Anyways, let's see Razor. Razor, is he pitting? Yes, he's pitting. Razor is pitting, so he's gonna pit for the softs. Oh, as we see, who's that? Oh, that's Sus M. Sus M has lost his wing, but he's been lapped, so it doesn't really matter for him. AMW now leads the pack. With 2 tenths gap to Chris. Chris is now. Ooh, Chris has overtaken Evan. They're side by side now. Through turn 1, Chris has overtaken Evan. So now Chris is looking for the move on AMW. Going around turn 4. Now round the outside he goes. Has he overtaken him? I think he has. Actually no, they're side by side now down the straight. Both don't have DRS. Evan now. Evan has DRS behind, so Evan is maintaining behind. Chris is now in the lead. Chris is in the lead of the GB race. Chris now still maintaining that 1 second gap. He's trying to weave down the straight of AMW. AMW still gets DRS behind. And Evan behind goes a bit wide there, and Razor has called up. Razor has called up to Evan. Evan is now under threat by Razor. Razor is now 6 tenths behind. He's going to try and get DRS from him and overtake him down the main straight. Razor gets DRS, Evan also gets DRS. So Razor is still maintaining behind Evan, but he's looking very quick now. So that's a fastest lap last lap, and is looking to catch up with his fresh softs. AMW now has closed the gap by about 4 tenths to Chris. And Razor has closed the gap to Evan about a car length behind, and he's actually now side by side with Evan. Razor and Evan side by side now to turn 1. Razor is slightly ahead on my screen, and Razor has now taken P3 from Evan. Wow. Razor now going through turn 3, turn 4, and now down to turn 5. He's going to try and get DRS from AMW. Hopefully AMW keeps within the DRS range of Chris. He does, so Razor is now behind AMW, but he's looking for a move down the inside of AMW. They're now side by side down to turn 6 or 7. Razor now with his fresh softs and much grippier tires is ahead of AMW, so Razor is ahead of AMW. Into P2 is now Red Bull 1-2. It's a Red Bull 1-2 down to the final 2 laps of GB. Chris trying to maintain his lead. 2 laps to go. Now, Razor sets 2 purple sectors. He's trying to catch up to Chris. 9 tenths the gap now. Razor now gets the DRS. Chris is trying to weave on the straight. That's legal. No, actually, no, that's not legal, but Razor gets the DRS, and he's now right behind Chris's gearbox. Chris now heads down to the 2nd sector. Razor going down the inside. They're side by side now into sector 2. They're going side by side into Cops, and now down to the main straight. They both don't have DRS. They both do not have DRS. So Razor has actually overtaken Chris. Razor has now gotten Chris through the 2nd sector. Now round to the final sector of this race. Chris behind Razor, as we see Evan makes a mistake behind, and it looks like it's going to be a Red Bull 1-2. Now round the final corner, Razor rounds it very perfectly, and he crosses the line to win the Great Britain Grand Prix. Chris finished behind, AMW in P3, Evan in disappointing P4 after leading for a couple of laps. Jezzy, a massive result for Audi, finishes in P5. Nav finishes in P6, decent result for him. Barley finishes in P7, disappointing result.